Okay, this next time I'm going to be talking about, I'd never ever thought I'd be doing a video on Lily Allen. I've never been a fan of Lily Allen, but actually her new album, West End Girl, has blown me away. It's a great album. I take everything back I've ever said about her. So West End Girl is the 5th studio album by Lily Allen. It was released in October 2025 through BMG. It marks her first project in 7 years after her first album following departure from Parlophone. West End Girl was primarily recorded in Los Angeles over 10 days in December 2024, with some additional production as well. The album was mainly written by Allen, also co-produced with Seb Chu, Keita and Blue May. I think they brought in a couple of more producers to kind of help them out. But the fact that it was done over 10 days with just little tweaks, just after that, it's incredible. When you listen to it, you'll understand why. Lyrically, West End Girl reflects on the undoing of Allen's marriage to actor David Harbour, how she processed his alleged acts of infidelity and his emotional response. We've just done a Stranger Things video, and I'm a massive Stranger Things fan. I was a massive David Harbour fan. So when this was all coming out, I was really intrigued with the stories, and all of a sudden, Madeline came out, and I thought this is great. This is kind of real life storytelling. One thing I would say about this album is something that's missing for a lot of music nowadays is the storytelling. And I think Lily Allen does it so well. I mean, I started hearing a couple of tracks when I was going into work. A couple of tracks, thought this is pretty good. When the album dropped, I just downloaded it, streamed it, just to have a listen to it. And I really liked it from track 1 right to the very last track. It's such a great album. And I think the fact that it's a real story behind it makes a difference. You can almost feel her pain. You can almost feel her confusion, what was going on. I think it's a great album, and I think it's going to be a classic in the future. But on its release, it did receive acclaim from music critics, many of whom described it lyrically as honest and praised its narrative. It was named as one of the best albums of 2025 by several publications and was nominated for British Album of the Year at Brit Awards. Totally agree. Commercially, the album peaked at number 2 on the UK album charts, where it was certified silver for moving 60,000 copies and reached the top 10 in Australia, Ireland, New Zealand. I mean, it's done so well. I mean, well done to Lily Allen. The album's lead single, Madeline, reached the top 20 on the UK album singles chart, while the album track, Pussy Palace, reached number 8, which is in about a top 10 record in 14 years or something like that. But she's about to go on a tour. I'm going to try and catch her because this album's intrigued me. As you can see, I've spent money on the album. I think it's just a great album. I love the artwork. It's not that often where you get a record that has a great story, a great artwork. It's all in here. I absolutely love it. And I think, she's found a new fan with me for sure, considering I was never really into her stuff. But from this point on, absolutely. The artwork itself is a painting of Lily Allen, and I love that jacket. What a weird jacket. It's just so great. The back, you've got obviously her boots and her legs. Great legs, by the way. So if you listen to this album from the first track on side 1 and finish on the second track on side B, it's a story. The track placings are great. You've got your classic Madeline, you've got Pussy Palace, you've got West End Girl, which is great when she's talking about how she, they went and bought a house in LA and she was loving it, and then all of a sudden she had to move back to the West End, and it's just a really good story. But every track on here, there's not one dud track on here. Now there is a track on here which I absolutely love. It's a combination of kind of ska with a bit of jungle in there, which is a really odd track. It's the only track like it on here, but it fits. There's also another track which I really like, and she's recorded a conversation, and it's obviously David Harbour, and it sounds real. You don't hear him, you just hear her, but you can almost feel her hurt, a confusion in that phone call. And I thought it's just great. It's just great to put that in. It's really personal as well, and I think that's one of the reasons why I really like it. Now, when you open it, it's a gatefold. I don't know what this is supposed to represent, but you've got a passport with 3 passports, 3 boarding passes. You've got tennis. So I don't know what this is. I think this is something to do with the breakup. These play a significant part in the kind of breakup with David Harbour. What I don't know, the fact there's 3 passports and the fact there's 3 balls. Maybe she's saying there's people in their marriage. I've been trying to decipher that. If you know what this means, let me know. Now the inside is great. you get this poster thing. And when I did see people doing the unboxing, I was thinking, oh God, I hope I get that. But you've actually got, look at that, you get the poster, and then you get the lyrics on the other side as well. And I've read the lyrics, and it's so good. It's just like reading someone's letter. The inside is really great. The vinyl, it's only one piece of vinyl. I swear that's a butt plug. I'm not sure. If you know what that is, let me know. But I swear it's a butt plug. And then you've got the credits for the tracks on the other side. Now the vinyl on this one is Lily Allen West End Girl clear vinyl. There you go. Just straightforward clear vinyl. And it did come out in another limited edition one, which had the polka dot, just like her jacket, which is the one I tried to get, but I just couldn't find it. If I do see it, I will buy it, because I think that is definitely a version to have. And obviously the hype sticker I've just stuck on the front. But that is Lily Allen's West End Girl, and it's definitely something to add to your collection. A lot of thought's gone into this. Great artwork, the tracks are great. The fact that you get a nice kind of poster inside as well. A lot of thought's gone into it. I think it's just a great album. And definitely add it to your collection. And that's Lily Allen West End Girl. You heard it here first.